Do something a little different today. I'm going to do a review on this new blade I just bought. I've never used one of these. This is the Lenox Metal Max, 1000 cuts. We'll see how that how close it gets to that. I cut only stainless on the DeWalt chop saw, which is what I bought this for. So stainless is a little bit harder on blades, but hopefully this will cut down on dust, give straight cuts, and last longer. So we'll see. I'll probably have to come back and update this video with how it actually does, you know, a few weeks from now, because I go through a lot of stainless. But anyway, I'll get this swapped over and go from there. I will say this, since I got it open, I was looking for this detail on the outside of the pack and I didn't see it. 4,300 RPM. I run two different saws. The Evolution saw is like 1,500 RPM, whereas the DeWalt is 4,000. So this will be going on the DeWalt for that reason. I use the Evolution saw because on aluminum and a few other things, I had a stainless blade for it, but I got tired of doing the back and forth blade change thing. Plus those blades cost more than this one, which this one was 107. So I primarily keep this one set for aluminum and the chop saw, DeWalt chop saw, for other things. But anyway, 4,300 RPM, so you're good to go with the DeWalt saw. Alright, I've got the stainless pieces cut and I had to prep them. Before I get to my thoughts on this blade, I'm going to go ahead and take this piece of aluminum and cut it. This one end I've already cut with the Evolution saw. I just want to cut it with this blade to see how it does this end. You can see I don't typically, in fact, I never cut aluminum on the chop saw, but I just want to see what it does, and that's why I don't. Apparently it doesn't matter what kind of blade you use. It just requires so much work to clean it up that it's not, you know, it's not worth my time to cut aluminum on it. That blade, I mean, it may, I guess the pro to it is it doesn't create dust. But the con to it is it has a sloppy cut to it. This saw, I've had it for probably 15 years. It cuts very straight with my regular blades, which those are Diablo blades on the wall. I don't know why the camera just stopped, so I'll cut it short. It takes twice as much prep work using that blade to get the cut back perfectly straight and fresh. It's not a good thing. A much cheaper blade, it's much less work. It cuts about the same speed. That creates dust, this one doesn't, but my old blades cut perfectly straight every time without me worrying about it. That doesn't cut very straight. It has a kind of a walk at the end, which I have to go back and true up all the cuts, and it just takes more time. So I mean, would I use it again? It's kind of up in the air. Of course I'm going to use this one because I've already paid the $100 and something for it. I'll take it off and look at it, see if there's some kind of adjustment or something that can be made. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not great. I'm not going to knock it. I don't like to get on camera and knock something. Can't say I'd buy another one at this point, but it cuts okay. If you need a really precise cut, that's not the blade for you. TIG welding, half the finish of the weld is how well the pieces fit together. And for me to get it to fit like that took some work because it wasn't a straight cut. Anyway, now I need to prep, fit, and weld. I'll get back to this later, but yeah, I appreciate it. Alright, now that I'm not rushing, back to that blade. Like I was saying earlier, the blade doesn't cut as straight as I would have liked. My regular chop saw blades on that saw have always cut perfectly straight. So that's kind of a minus for it. You can clean it up to get the cut straight. As it gets to the end of the cut, it consistently seemed to kick out, so the cut would go like that. So you know, I could flatten it back out, no big deal. I'd rather not have to do that, but I had to do it on every single cut. Again, besides that, it cut fairly quick like a regular blade, and it didn't make dust like a regular blade, but the cut wasn't as nice as I would have expected from a blade that I paid $100 and something for versus regular blades I think are like $18 to $20. I can't remember exactly right now. But yeah, you know, if you like if you want to try the blade, you know, feel free to try it. I don't know that I'd buy another one, considering I can buy, you know, 5 or 6 blades for what I paid for that one. But yeah, try it out if you'd like to. I'll get some more cuts on it over the next couple of days to see if there's anything else I notice. But again, as of right now, that's it. It doesn't cut as straight as I like for it to, and it doesn't cut as clean as I would have thought it would have cut. Those are the two biggest cons for it at this point. Not so much the cost, it's just the fact that I got to spend more time cleaning up a cut. I'd rather not do that. But anyway, thanks for checking it out. See y'all next time. It's just an update. It's Monday morning. I had to come in this weekend and just take that blade off. It wasn't doing what it needed to do. I mean, it cut, but the cuts were not up to par. So I put my regular blade back on it, and a regular new blade, made a cut, and this is an unprepped cut with the new chop saw blade that I normally use. So it's clearly much better. $15 blade. It'll last me probably a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how many downpipes and dump tubes I have to make. But yeah, other blade, it was more work than it needed to be. Slowed me down more, and I was looking for something to speed me up. So unfortunately, that blade had to go in the trash. It's $100, like I said, $107. I just can't recommend it, honestly. Not to knock them, but the blade doesn't do what I needed to do. But again, I appreciate y'all checking it out.